Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. It's going to be a quick review about the newly redesigned Mazda Cx-5, and you're going to see redesign? Yep, it is. It's sharing a lot of similarities though with the previous version in 2016, but right now you can see the front end. This is probably where you can see the major change. They also made some modification to the all-wheel drive, to the interior, the material quality. But hey, let's start with the exterior. You know Mazda has been known for its KODO style. When you look at the vehicle, it seems in movement. You're gonna have that front grille, which I find really cool with the chrome, with the black, with that huge Mazda logo, and you will have powerful LED light also that you can have on the Cx-5. On the side, typical Mazda style. In the rear, I think they should have put a little bit more effort there. It's looking really similar like the previous version. You've still got that dual exhaust, which is going to give you a sign of performance, but hey, why not give it a little bit more? When you go inside the vehicle, there you're going to see major change. The screen has been moved, and you're going to see also a new 4.6 inches full color TFT instrument cluster. And this one will give you information about your trip, and it's really looking cool. You're going to be able to get a lot of information coming out of that information center. If you look also right there to your right, you're going to see the 7 inches multimedia screen that has been moved. By the way, we have a video explaining that system, and you can go on and check that out. And it's a cool system, but the other manufacturers have gained some speed when it comes to those systems. So right now, they will need to improve it sooner or later to be really on top of the bunch right here. Depending on the version that you're going to choose, you will have the possibility to have a windshield projected active driving display. You've got also in the rear 2 stages reclining seat. You've got the rear AC vents and 2 USB connectors. That's going to be perfect if you're a passenger want to charge their iPad or their phone. When it comes to the engine, remember everything is SKYACTIV with Mazda, so it's the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder SKYACTIV-G engine. It's going to be good for 187 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. The torque is going to be rated at 185, but if you choose the front wheel drive, it's going to be at 3,250 RPM, where you will get the peak, and all-wheel drive at 4,000. You've got the choice, well, depending on the country where you live, or friend in the state, the manual is gone, or Aussie friend in Australia, well, share if you still have the manual with the Cx-5. But right here in Canada, we still get those 2 choices, so it's a 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual. You also got the choice between a front-wheel drive or that cool i-ACTIV all-wheel drive from Mazda. We should have a diesel engine, but guess what? No news of that. Is it because right now diesel engine, diesel scandal are everywhere in the news? I don't know, but Mazda will have to be careful with those emissions. Australia, you got it, but how is it with a diesel engine in a Cx-5? Share your experience with us right down there in the comments section. The engine was expected to go on sale in the second half of 2017, but we're still waiting for it. Let's talk about the road handling. Remember, SKYACTIV is a philosophy for Mazda. It's the engine, the transmission, the chassis, it's the all-wheel drive system, it's everything that's going to connect with the driver and give him a better experience. You've got also the Jinba philosophy. It's a horse and a rider as one. Another great driving experience philosophy, and that's why Mazda right now, when you get behind the wheels, you're surrounded by a vehicle that's going to answer your every command that you give it to it, and it's a great experience out there. Acceleration are modest. You don't really feel that it's quick, and it's average when you compare it. Some other manufacturers are offering more faster sports utility vehicle just like this one. You can enable the sports mode if you want, or even select the manual, but remember, if you don't want the computer to change the gear for you, you don't really want to accelerate at complete power. You've got that little step with the accelerator that you pass. If you do, the computer is going to change the gear for you, and if you don't, it's going to hold there, so you're going to be able to enjoy a manual experience. Towing capacity is rated at 2,000 pounds, but remember, this is not the best acceleration, so I do not recommend towing at that maximum weight. Let's talk about the brake. They are smooth. You've got a firm response from the pedal. You've got no fade, but they get really warm over time. The Mazda CX-5 braking distances is average for a class. Let's talk about the direction. You've got a cool feature inside that Mazda CX-5. That's why you get so much dynamic when you go on the road with this one. You've got the standard G vectoring control vehicle dynamic enhancement. So the direction when you enter a curve, the system will push you out of the curve, will give you a better experience. So entry is way more easy, and getting out of it, just floor it, and you're gonna feel that little system to give you better control. Depending on the condition though, the steering will be a little bit heavy, but don't worry, for your parking maneuvers, it's gonna be okay. The suspension, this is probably the strong point of the Mazda CX-5. It's well calibrated. You're going to be able to go faster than any vehicle in its class in a curve. But when it comes to bumpy roads, it's still going to be able to absorb. Even if we've got some 19 inches wheel right now, you're going to see that potholes, well, you don't feel them. General comfort is really good for you, for your passenger. You've got really a car that's going to give you the best driving experience possible, and it starts with comfort. And how about that low noise level that you get inside? This is a major improvement when you compare it to previous version of the CX-5. Let's talk about security. Well, top safety pick plus from the IIHS. This is a major. You've got great crash test score. You've got also great equipment inside that you can get with the fully equipped version of the Mazda CX-5. My favorite is the auto high beam system. Usually the system change the lighting whenever they see a road light or when there's an incoming vehicle. Usually the system takes time to react. But right now we tested it with the Mazda CX-5 and it's perfect. How about that lane change system with the sound that you hear depending on where you are? And this is perfect to make you react and move back into your lane. Blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, name it, it's fully equipped with this one. Fuel consumption, let's say that you go for a four-wheel drive automatic just like this one, you're gonna have 10.2 liter per 100 on the highway, and it's gonna be 8.3 in the city. If you go with manual two-wheel drive, where you can choose it, you're gonna be around 9.4 in town and 7.4 on the highway. But guess what? We blew away those numbers because we did a long road, about 400 kilometers of highway, and we were in the 7. So it's not bad for a vehicle of this size. And that little zoom vroom style of Mazda when you're accelerating and getting into curves. So on the minus side, you're gonna feel some movement of the suspension under hard braking. Even while you're gonna be accelerating, that little movement of suspension was not there in the past. It's missing some acceleration power when you compare it to its rivals are using turbo engine. Maybe Mazda need to put more horsepower right now in its car. The makeover could have been way more aggressive in some kind of way. I think they went for the conservative style though. We're waiting for a diesel engine. What's gonna happen with that, I don't know, but they talk a lot about it, so why not get it? On the plus side, low road noise level. This is impressive on how well this car is balanced between sporty side and comfort side. It can be soft, but it can be also aggressive into the curves. If you go for the fully equipped model with the Bose sound system, 10 speaker, this is great quality. You've got also the interior, the material quality has been much more improved, and you've got that all-wheel drive system, which is perfect for on-road. But for off-road, it might not be the best one. But remember, we're all about driving experience here. So you're gonna see that sooner or later in our famous diagonal test. But hey, let's compare it. Well, the video is already out. We already choose our winner of the year when it comes to this category of vehicle. And the Mazda will keep its first position. And maybe in 2018, we'll move the cards a little bit. But right now, it's no wonder why this vehicle is really excellent. So I want to know what you think about that, guys. Feel free to comment that in the section down there below. Remember, diesel, is it for you? Is it not? The Aussie guy, how about you guys? Feel free to share right there your experience in the comment section. Do a thumbs up because you like that. Subscribe to Car Question because remember, acceleration test gonna be there soon. Diagonal test gonna be there soon. And we have to talk about that when it comes to Mazda vehicles. So take care, see you another time on another video of Car Question.